I'm Judy Morasci, and I enjoyed 35 years at Milpitas Christian School. I taught preschool, kindergarten, 8th grade, outdoor adventures, and teachers as principal, and loved every minute of it. It kind of starts off as my story, but it's really God's story. This was not anywhere in my plan. So it was definitely His plan. It was just 2 classrooms, that was all it was going to be. And never was there a vision of a preschool through 8th grade. It started off because I was looking for a preschool for my own 2 children, and there was only one in Milpitas at the time. And in the process, I met Jean Frederick, one of the foundational members of Christ Community, which was First Presbyterian Church. 2 classrooms in the church building were empty all week. Nobody was using them. And I did a feasibility study for starting a little preschool just for the fun of it, submitted it to the elders of the church, and they approved it. That was how we actually founded the school, based on 2 little classrooms. One of the first challenges for the preschool was funding. Where are we going to get any money to do this? The local presbytery said, well, we'll lend you $1,800. It cost $800 for the playground. But we got $1,000, we got teachers to pay, we got supplies. God just brought all these people into the picture that you wouldn't even suspect. Parents of potential students. Oh, we have this, and the pieces just started coming together because so many of the staff worked at practically nothing as a mission. Children in the preschool, some of them just didn't want to leave. My first kindergarten class, I taught 9 little girls and 1 little boy in the kindergarten, my first kindergarten class. And we had first and built up a year at a time, added second, added third, added fourth. About the time we filled up that facility, we had the opportunity to bid on the entire Birchwood facility. And that was very scary. It became God's story at that point, totally. Just been countless challenges along the way, but people have rallied. When we started to move into the Birchwood building, it was a mess. So my husband and I and Dave Paul and some of the elders from the church, we just put on our tool belts and climbed up there and started changing and moving the walls around. So we literally moved walls and had fun doing it because of the fellowship. At one point, 4 sections of every grade level, and people lined up the night before out on the campus in order to try to get a spot in kindergarten. We had to hire security to make sure they were all safe and comfortable. But it felt like what was happening here was the God-ordained answer to one of my prayers for my own children that started before the preschool, which was the biblical worldview was being not just slapped on. It was an infusion, not a separate entity. One of the philosophies, so to speak, was that no child should ever pay an academic penalty for a Christian education. We feel that the students who leave MCS have a moral compass, whether they are people of faith at that point or not. The moral compass still points to doing what's right, whether somebody is watching or not. And so we wanted the teachers to be examples of people of integrity. I think the culture of the school is one of supportive caring for each other as a family would. And with every family, there are changes and there are challenges along the way. When you see students in different environments, you begin to be able to see their strengths and weaknesses, and you be able to appreciate them for who they are. So many students had such diverse paths through this educational process. Was very enlightening for me. It expanded my horizons considerably. They taught me often more than I taught them. I feel like God entirely changed the plan of my life. But God changed my life in a direction where I can look back on 35 years of being blessed to know so many beautiful people, some of whom are still my best friends. Although there were bad days, never dreading going to work for 35 years. I feel I've been blessed that God was always in the picture, even if I didn't always recognize it the way I should have. When I see students who are going out now into the world, and students that I struggled with sometimes, who are now raising families of their own, that's a particular blessing. So I think the main thing I feel is blessed.